Alright, what's up guys? Welcome back. This is MC Collector. And guys, tonight I wanted to go over my opinion on the NFL draft. I have a top 3 list I'm about to bring to you. And guys, just leave me a comment at the end. Tell me if you agree with me or who is your top 3. But I'm going to start with the Jacksonville Jaguars at number 3. I think they're the most obvious pick to be number 1, but I'm not going to put them number 1. I think they will improve the most as far as wins, adding Trevor Lawrence, adding Travis Etienne. Also, they added, offensive line help. They just got better. I mean, they did. And they have weapons, guys. I mean, they had the one running back from last year who they felt confident enough in trading Leonard Fournette to Tampa Bay, and he played pretty well. Chenault, DJ Chark. I mean, these guys can play, and I think with Trevor Lawrence, he will elevate their game, and I definitely think they'll pick up some wins. I don't know. I'm thinking 7 to 8, maybe his first year. I think as far as stats and touchdowns, he will rival Justin Herbert's season last year. He could potentially break that rookie record as far as touchdowns. It's my opinion. We'll see how it goes. And my number 2 pick is the Dolphins. I think, they added weapons, which was a huge need last year. They don't have a lot of weapons for Tua. Tua is running for his life. They also needed offensive line. Tua is a smaller guy. He can't take these hits. He just came off of a serious injury before college, and they got better at pass rush. I think they could not get to the quarterback last year, and they were getting hit too much. I think they did a pretty good job at that. It depends on how those guys pan out. But I think the Dolphins had the second best overall draft that elevated their team to the next level. Now, my number 1 is the New York Jets. Now, I know a lot of people will disagree with me, but I think if you look at it from top to bottom, they lost Sam Darnold. They have a ton of holes. And I think with what they had, they took the best available, and I think they improved the most if Zach Wilson pans out. And they added offensive line. They added Moore in the second round, which will also be a wideout next to Mims, which in my opinion, Denzel Mims is a very underrated wide receiver. I think he could potentially have a breakout year, and I don't think the Jets will necessarily, with what they draft this year, you won't see it result in wins the way you will with the Jags. That's just my opinion. I think they're in a tough division. They still have a lot of holes, but they did get a lot better. I mean, they were really, really bad and a mess. And that says a lot coming from an Ohio State fan. And the one thing I did want to mention, though, as well, is with the Jaguars at number 3 is that the biggest question I had for them, I'm an Ohio State fan. You can kind of see some of these fat heads and stuff behind me on the wall. Urban Meyer, he was a great coach in college, fantastic. Did, every team he went, even the small teams that he started at were always successful in college. He won national championships and so on and so forth. But just because you're great in college, as we know, that doesn't always pan out in the NFL. So that's a big hole. But they're still my number 3, Jets number 1. Guys, I would like to hear your comments. Who is your top 3? And guys, that's all I got for you tonight. I appreciate you watching, and I'll catch you in the next video.